Did you know that in the heart of New York City, a cultural awakening was brewing? This wasn't just any ordinary neighborhood. It was a place where dreams were being forged and history was being made. Harlem, a name that would soon resonate with the sounds of jazz, the rhythm of poetry, and the vibrant colors of art. It wasn't on Wall Street or in Times Square, it was in Harlem. This neighborhood, often overlooked, was on the brink of a transformation that would leave an indelible mark on American culture. This neighborhood would become a beacon of African-American creativity and expression. The streets of Harlem were alive with the energy of a community ready to redefine itself and its place in the world. From the 1920s through the mid-1930s, Harlem was the place to be. Harlem was transforming. The neighborhood was a melting pot of ideas, where the old met the new, and tradition blended seamlessly with innovation. Over 200,000 African Americans moved to this neighborhood. They brought with them not just their belongings, but their hopes, dreams, and a rich cultural heritage that would soon flourish in this new environment. They were escaping the Jim Crow South. The oppressive laws and social conditions of the South pushed them to seek a better life in the North, and Harlem became their sanctuary. They sought opportunity and a fresh start. Harlem offered them a chance to rebuild their lives, to find work, and to create a community where they could thrive. This mass migration, known as the Great Migration, brought a wave of talent and ambition to Harlem. It was a movement of people determined to change their circumstances, and in doing so, they changed the face of Harlem forever. What happened in Harlem wasn't just a movement, it was a renaissance, a rebirth of African American culture that would influence generations to come. African American artists, writers, and musicians found their voices. They created works that spoke to their experiences, their struggles, and their triumphs. They expressed their experiences and aspirations. Through their art, they told the story of a people rising above adversity to claim their place in the world. This period became known as the Harlem Renaissance. It was a time of unparalleled creativity and cultural production, a golden age that left an enduring legacy on American culture and beyond. Imagine leaving behind everything you know, the familiar faces, the places you grew up in, and the community that shaped your early years. It's a daunting thought, isn't it? You journey north for a better life, a life where the promise of freedom and opportunity seems within reach, where the chains of segregation and oppression might finally be broken. This was the reality for many African Americans during the Great Migration. They packed their hopes and dreams into suitcases and set off on a journey that would change the course of history. They left behind the segregated South, a land where Jim Crow laws dictated every aspect of their lives, where opportunities were scarce and the future seemed bleak. They yearned for freedom and opportunity. The North represented a beacon of hope, a place where they could build a new life, free from the shackles of systemic racism. Harlem became a refuge and a promise. It was more than just a neighborhood, it was a symbol of what could be achieved through perseverance and unity. This influx of people brought a vibrant energy to Harlem. The streets buzzed with the sounds of new beginnings, of communities coming together to forge a brighter future. New businesses, theaters, and clubs sprung up. Harlem became a cultural hub, a place where art, music, and literature flourished. The streets pulsed with music, conversation, and a shared dream of a brighter future. Jazz filled the air, and the rhythm of life in Harlem was infectious. The Great Migration created fertile ground for the Harlem Renaissance to blossom. It was a period of immense cultural and artistic growth, a renaissance in every sense of the word. However, life in Harlem wasn't without its challenges. The promise of a better life came with its own set of hardships. Overcrowding and poverty were constant struggles. Families often found themselves living in cramped conditions, with many people sharing small apartments. Discrimination still existed, even in this supposed haven. The fight for equality was far from over, and the residents of Harlem had to navigate a complex social landscape. Yet, through these hardships, the spirit of resilience and creativity thrived. Harlem's residents turned their struggles into art, their pain into music, and their dreams into a collective movement that would leave an indelible mark on history. The Harlem Renaissance brought forth a constellation of stars, a cultural explosion that forever changed the landscape of American art and literature. Among the brightest were Langston Hughes, Zora Neale Hurston, and Duke Ellington. These three figures stood as beacons of creativity and resilience, each contributing uniquely to the rich tapestry of the Harlem Renaissance. They gave voice to the joys, sorrows, and dreams of their community, capturing the essence of the African American experience in their works. Their art was not just a reflection of their times, but a powerful commentary on the social issues of their era. Their impact resonated far beyond the boundaries of Harlem, influencing generations of artists and thinkers across the globe. Harlem became a symbol of hope and a hub of innovation, thanks to their groundbreaking contributions. Langston Hughes, a gifted poet and playwright, captured the rhythms of Harlem life with a unique blend of lyricism and realism. His words resonated with authenticity and raw emotion, painting vivid pictures of the struggles and triumphs of everyday people. Hughes's poetry and plays were a clarion call for social justice and equality. Zora Neale Hurston, a celebrated novelist and folklorist, explored themes of race and gender with wit and insight. Her keen observations and rich storytelling brought to life the complexities of African American culture. Her novel, Their Eyes Were Watching God, remains a literary masterpiece, celebrated for its deep exploration of identity and empowerment. Hurston's work continues to inspire readers and writers alike. Duke Ellington, a musical prodigy, brought the sounds of jazz to life with unparalleled creativity and flair. His orchestra became synonymous with the electrifying energy of Harlem, captivating audiences with their innovative performances. Ellington's music was a dynamic blend of sophistication and soul. Ellington's innovative compositions transcended musical boundaries and cemented his status as a legend. His legacy lives on, a testament to the enduring power of creativity and the spirit of the Harlem Renaissance. Close your eyes and imagine the pulsating rhythm of a saxophone, the smooth melody of a trumpet, and the improvisational genius of jazz music filling the air. Jazz wasn't just music, it was the heartbeat of Harlem. Legendary clubs like the Cotton Club and the Savoy Ballroom became stages for jazz greats. Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, and countless others captivated audiences. Night after night, these clubs throbbed with energy. Jazz became the soundtrack of the Harlem Renaissance. Jazz was more than entertainment. It was a form of expression and resistance. Born out of African American traditions, jazz embodied improvisation and a defiance of convention. It gave voice to a community often silenced and marginalized. Section 5: Amplifying Black Voices, the Power of the Press. Imagine a magazine reaching 100,000 readers, amplifying the voices and aspirations of African Americans. This was the power of The Crisis, the official publication of the NAACP. Founded by Webb Du Bois, The Crisis became a cornerstone of the Harlem Renaissance. It provided a platform for writers, intellectuals, and activists to engage in critical discussions about race, equality, and social justice. Articles, essays, and poems ignited conversations and challenged the status quo. Through powerful writing and thought-provoking editorials, The Crisis helped shape public opinion. It shed light on the injustices faced by African Americans while celebrating their achievements and contributions to society. Section 6: A Legacy of Creativity and Resilience. The Harlem Renaissance wasn't just a moment in time. It was a testament to the enduring spirit of a people. It left an indelible mark on American culture. The art, music, and literature born out of this era continue to inspire and resonate today. The Harlem Renaissance demonstrated the power of art to transcend boundaries. It proved that creativity could flourish even in the face of adversity. The legacy of the Harlem Renaissance is a reminder that through art, music, and literature, we can find our voices, challenge injustice, and shape a more inclusive and equitable world. Section 7: Beyond the Renaissance, a Lasting Impact. The influence of the Harlem Renaissance stretched far beyond the 1920s and 1930s. It ignited a cultural awakening that reverberated across the nation and paved the way for future generations of artists and activists. The writers, musicians, and artists of the Harlem Renaissance broke down barriers and challenged stereotypes. They created a space for African American voices to be heard and celebrated. Their work laid the groundwork for the civil rights movement that would unfold decades later. The Harlem Renaissance showed the world the richness and diversity of African American culture. It challenged prejudice and discrimination, inspiring a new generation to fight for equality and justice. Section 8: Challenges and Triumphs. Navigating a Divided Society. The Harlem Renaissance flourished during a time of immense social and political change. African Americans faced segregation, discrimination, and economic hardship. Yet amidst these challenges, they created a movement of extraordinary artistry and intellectualism. The artists and intellectuals of the Harlem Renaissance used their voices to expose the realities of racism and injustice. They challenged the status quo and demanded equality. Their work reflected both the struggles and triumphs of their community. The Harlem Renaissance was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It showed that even in the face of adversity, creativity and hope can prevail. Section 9. The Harlem Renaissance, a tapestry of culture. The Harlem Renaissance was a vibrant tapestry woven together by the dreams, aspirations, and experiences of a generation. It was a celebration of African American identity and a testament to the power of art to inspire, challenge, and transform. The legacy of the Harlem Renaissance continues to resonate today. It reminds us of the importance of diversity, the power of voice, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. As we reflect on this remarkable period in history, let us draw inspiration from its message of hope, resilience, and the transformative power of art.